Hey YouTube, I came across this video on TikTok and I just have to talk about it. I'm gonna go ahead and play it right now.
When I first heard of Section 8 and public assistance, it sounded like I hit the jackpot. Like, I'm finally here. I finally get to live a good life, rent free. I get to keep my money in my pocket because I get my rent paid. Little did I know that it would ruin my life. I got Section 8 after I had my second child. I applied to all these wait lists and I finally got it. And I got to choose the neighborhood I wanted to live in. I got to pick the house that I wanted to live in as long as it fit the budget. I got to choose how many bedrooms that I got. It was so wonderful. At that time, I didn't know that my then boyfriend, who already had a felony, would not be able to live with me anymore. So now, us living together had to be a secret. When it was time for inspection, I was hiding his shoes and hiding his clothes and hiding his belongings so that they wouldn't know that there was a man living with me, which caused tension. It caused, some resentment, and I'll talk about that later. But at that time, I didn't know how it was causing a separation between us. But we did it. You hear a knock at the door, and you wondered if it's management or maintenance or somebody who gonna see him there. So, again, we would hide and sneak around and make it seem like, he didn't live there. And then it became one of those things that you don't live here. You can't even be on a lease. Not seeing how it would later on tear our family apart in many ways. When I first heard...
Alright, so y'all saw that video, and to be honest with y'all, I couldn't tell if this bitch was being serious or not. I thought maybe the video was satire, but no, this girl is being fucking serious. She made some replies to some people in the comments because the comments were lighting her ass up. You had some ditzy bitches in the comments talking about, oh, the government separates families and these programs separate families, they ruin black families. You had a few ditzy, dumb, pick-me-shit, dusty bitches in the comments saying that. But for the most part, people were lighting her ass up in the comment section. This bitch is dead serious. It's just so much I can't stand bitches like this. Now I want to preface the video by saying this. I don't knock any woman who uses public assistance if you really need it, okay? There are young people who are stepping out on their own. They don't have any assistance from their parents. They don't have roommates. They're trying to work and go to college. I believe assistance should be available for people like that to get their foot in the door, to use as a stepping stone to get to where they need to be. For women who are taking care of children by themselves, they're on a single income and they need that help to help provide for their children, but using it as a stepping stone, not using it as a lifelong thing, just using it as a stepping stone. These benefits are not really meant to be there forever. These are just something you use temporarily to get yourself out of a bad spot. When COVID hit, a lot of people got assistance. A lot of people got unemployment. A lot of people got rent assistance. A lot of people got extra food stamps. In times of need, in the times of crisis, these programs are helpful to those who need temporary help so that they can get back on their feet and move on. But you have bitches like this. Y'all heard her. This bitch said that she thought she hit the jackpot. when she found out she got accepted for Section 8. Jackpot. What the fuck do you mean Section 8 is a jackpot? Talk about, oh, I get to live rent free and this, that, and the third. No, no. This is something to help you while you're in a tough situation so that you can stack your money, get your education, stack your money, apply yourself so that you can move on. But it seemed like this bitch was using Section 8 to live on it forever and to pick up for her fucking slack. Because this bitch is out here having kids that she clearly can't take care of. And, you know, of course, their father should be helping her, but he's clear. And that's why I tell women, do not have kids if you cannot afford to be a single mother. I don't care if you're married. I don't care if you're in a situationship. I don't care what the dude says. No matter what situation you're in with the child's father, you need to make sure that you are able to take care of the child on your own, because you will never, it will never be guaranteed that he will be there to help you take care of the kid. Understand that as a woman, the responsibility of the child is going to be on you. Always, no matter the situation. That man could pass away, he could get locked up, he can just choose to run off on your ass. At the end of the day, you're going to be the one responsible for that child. Even if the nigga chooses to stay, you're still going to be responsible for over 90% of the child rearing. That child is on you. So if you cannot afford to be a single mother, if you cannot afford it financially, if you cannot afford it physically, if you cannot afford it emotionally or mentally, do not have kids. This bitch is out here having kids. She says she got at least 2, because the bitch says she got on Section 8 after she had her second child. I don't know how many kids this bitch has, but she is out here having kids that she can't afford to put a roof over their head. And this bitch gonna say Section 8 ruined her family, it ruined her life. No, Section 8, they're the ones who are providing a roof over your head. Something that you are struggling to do, and something that that nigga is not doing that you have living with you. You heard the bitch. I got to choose the neighborhood I wanted to move into. I got to choose how many bedrooms I wanted. Are you fucking serious? You got people working 2, 3 jobs right now who can't afford to buy a house, who can't afford to live in certain neighborhoods or even rent in certain neighborhoods. But you were blessed with the privilege to be able to choose the neighborhood you wanted to live in and the amount of bedrooms you wanted to have. And you gonna say Section 8 ruined your family, it ruined your life? When they're providing a home for you and your children, as many bedrooms as you want, in neighborhoods that you want, and you gonna sit here and say that they're ruining your family because they won't let your bum ass, broke, dusty, felon ass boyfriend live with you? I cannot stand bitches like this. And I know bitches like this personally. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. My mom was just like this. My mom was just like this bitch. She did the same shit. My mom was on all types of public assistance. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. She was on Section 8. She got the food stamp. She had all the benefits because we were foster kids in her home. So she had a lot of benefits off of us. She got tax credits and Medicaid and all types of government assistance because she had us living with her. And guess who else she had living with her? Her bum ass, broke ass, dusty ass, nigga ass boyfriend, who was also a felon, who was also extremely uneducated. That nigga couldn't read, that nigga couldn't write, never had a job, and never kept a job. If he had a job, he would keep it for maybe a month, but quit whenever he want to because he knew my dusty ass mama was gonna keep taking care of him. Not only that, but this nigga was abusive. He was physically abusive, he was verbally abusive to her and to us. And it's like, and then of course when the caseworker come over, the same thing this bitch said, oh, I gotta hide his clothes, he gotta leave and act like he don't live there. Yeah, because why the fuck would they want this man in their shit? You don't own that house, that's their house. They're providing you with a home for you and your children because they want to make sure you and your children are safe and you're provided for. They don't want no felon ass nigga living in their fucking house. Because what do felons do? A lot of them reoffend, and people are saying, oh, well, felons have a hard time getting back on their feet and this, that, and the third. There are programs available for felons to get their shit together. There are. But if you choose to do fucked up shit in life, you have to pay for the consequences. And the consequences don't stop in prison. When you get out into the real world, you have to prove that you are worthy of having certain luxuries in life like everybody else. Like all the other law-abiding citizens, you have to prove and you have to work harder to get to their level because you chose to fuck up. You chose to commit a felony, you chose to harm someone else, or you chose to commit a crime and you didn't give a fuck about the consequences when you did it. So Now this is what it is. This is the reality of being a felon. But that doesn't give you the right to think that you should have access to somebody else's shit or somebody else's job or somebody else's opportunity just because you want somebody to feel sorry for you because you're a felon. Don't commit the felony in the fucking first place. How about that? Don't commit the crime in the first place. And if you do commit a crime and you serve your time in prison, like I said, your punishment don't stop when you get out of prison. You got to work harder than everybody else to to prove that you're worthy of certain privileges in life. The fuck? Oh, we had to and who's to say this nigga is not putting his hands on this woman, put his hands on those children, talk about they ruined her life, they ruined her family, they broke her family apart. No, bitch, they're the ones who are providing a home for you and your children. How about you give them their house back and you go tell that felon bum ass dude to put a roof over your head? Because that's the thing that you bitches don't understand. The whole point of a man being in the home is for you to be provided for him to go to work and work hard and make sure that the rent or the mortgage is paid and to make sure that the bills are paid. Y'all bitches be having a man in the house just so you can say you got a man in the house. And not only do these niggas not even be providing, but they be beating y'all ass as well. They be cheating on y'all, beating y'all asses, arguing with y'all, trying to act like they run shit when they name not even on the lease. But you calling him a king and you marching for him and you protesting for him. Meanwhile, this nigga ain't shit. This nigga couldn't provide a roof over your head or for your children. You had to go to the white man that you hate so much to do it. And you're still mad at the white man. Why? Because he won't let your Dusty Kane live with you? Your Dusty Kane don't deserve a roof over his head because he ain't paying bills. He ain't working. Any man would go work 2-3 jobs to make sure his family was straight. Ain't no way in fuck. Ain't no way in fuck. There's just no way in fuck I'm going to allow a grown, able-bodied ass man to live in my house. If it's two of y'all in there, if it's you and him in there, there's no reason why you should need Section 8. There's no reason why you should need Section 8. That nigga can go get 2 or 3 jobs to provide. He can drive Uber or Lyft. He can go get a minimum wage job. He can go get a few minimum wage jobs. At the end of the day, a man is gonna work to make sure his family is provided for. And because you chose a broke, dusty bum felon, it's your responsibility to get your ass up and go to work too. Because if your rent is free, that means you are broke. That means you are dirt broke. Because people think like, oh, when you get on Section 8, oh, your rent is about to be super low. No, the only way Section 8 will let your rent be like free is if you are dead broke. Like you're working part-time, you're making minimum wage, you're not making enough money to even be able to afford rent. But people think, oh, when you get on Section 8, oh, it's free rent and all this. That's not really what it is. A lot of people who are on Section 8, they go to work full time. They have kids to take care of. They pay bills. And a lot of them on Section 8, they're still working. They're still paying taxes. It's bum, dusty bitches like this who are milking the system and taking advantage of it. If your rent is free, that means you are not even working at all. That means you're working no more than 20 hours a week. What the fuck do you have 2 kids for, bitch? And then you got a fucking felon ass nigga living in their fucking house, and you mad at them because they won't let your felon ass nigga. He needs to get the fuck out of there. I want them to take this bitch's shit. Bitches like this really irk me. They really fucking irk me. Because bitches like this put their children in danger. You got a felon around your children. It's certain employers that won't even let a felon work for them. But you got a felon living in your house and being around your children. You got a felon in your bedrooms having sex with you. You don't see no problem with that? You bitches are sick. You bitches are disgusting. You bitches are pathetic. And truthfully, whatever happens to you happens. I just hope that your children are safe. I hope that your children make it through. And this is truly why a lot of children, especially boys, grow up to resent their mothers. Because y'all make stupid, dumb decisions like this. Bitch, you out here having kids that you can't take care of, and then you moving a felon into a house that was given to you by Section 8, and you gonna say Section 8 is the one ruining your life? No, bitch, you're ruining your life. You're the one out here making kids that you can't afford to take care of. You're the one out here being with niggas who are bums, who are felons, who are broke, who are dusty, who are incompetent, just trash. And that girl, whatever happens to you, I hope Section 8 people see this video. I hope that they find out that you got a nigga living in there who's a fucking felon, and I hope they deal with you. Truly. I hope they do. Cause that space that you're using could go to somebody else who really needs it. It can go to a hardworking single mother who's doing the right thing, who's not moving felons into her home and around her children just because she's desperate to say she got a cane living with her. You bitches are sick. I can't stand y'all hoes.